Boy, Sonny having a bad week.
I don't believe in abortion at any time. I don't believe in any exception to it. I don't believe it. No,
even incest.
No,
right?
I don't.
This video is brought to you by The Officer Tatum Store. The Officer Tatum Store, ladies and gentlemen, $5 t-shirts, $10 hoodies. You better get your merch before election. And I want to say if you get it by 2:30 p.m., but y'all going to see this video way after it. So you may not get it on election day if you are getting it today, but you still will get them in the mail between 3 to 5 business days. Also, we have our featured merch. Trust God hoodies are going fast. And we have all of our new merch. Look at our new merch. Trust God shirts, Lean on Jesus, and the one that I'm wearing right now, and the new one we just got. I just realized that we got Love It or Leave It. I can't believe, why am I not wearing that hoodie right now? Love It or Leave It, which the hoodie on the far side is one of the coldest shirts that we have, and now we have it in the hoodie. Oh my God, y'all better go get it now. Like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell so you get notifications anytime I go live and make a video. Make sure you still subscribe to this channel, like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Let's get into this. Ladies and gentlemen, Sonny, somebody get a what do they call it? Get a Twix or a Snickers, because she having a bad day. And yesterday I made a video that literally got a whole bunch of views. I thought it was going to hit 1 million views, but I made a video the other day showing that she was being hypocritical by making the comparison of white Republican women voting for Republicans as comparing them to roaches voting for Raid, which I thought was an incredibly insulting thing to say, comparing women or comparing an analogy where these Republican women are roaches. And you know, if the roles were reversed, and it was a white Republican talking about black liberals, people being compared to roaches, they would have all kinds of different articles written about how that's racist and all of the above. But that wasn't the only thing that struck me in this clip. It's the sheer hypocrisy of people who claim to be Christians, claim to be Catholic, and they claim that their faith says that they shouldn't do it, but secretly they are impulsively promoting it and pushing it behind closed doors. She said, well, hers is in the open. She says that her faith says she can't support abortion, yet she thinks it's asinine that women are voting for Republicans who are restricting abortions. I don't get it. Roll the clip.
It's almost like roaches voting for Raid, right?
I think that's insulting to the voter.
They're voting against their own self-interest. Do they want to live in Gilead?
Okay, so do we love democracy or not? Because just saying that it's insulting to the voter. People make up decisions on what's right for their family, and the idea that you should have a say for everyone else's vote.
The fact that women are voting against
you
their
had a different
own
view on abortion not that long ago, and you
I
evolved
have
on it.
that view.
But that issue is right. But then why is another woman not able to have a different view?
That white Republican suburban women
but why
are
have
voting
you so recently
against
evolved
their
on
own
the
health
issue?
care. I have not really
Time out
recently.
real quick. Do y'all understand the foolery here? Do you understand how silly it is? And I'll play the rest of the clip. She's saying, my faith says that I don't support abortions. But I'm shocked that women are voting outside of their best interests. So are you saying, Sonny, that what you think and what your Catholic faith says is against the best interests of you? Because last time I checked, there's no difference between you, reasonably speaking, and suburban white women. Y'all all women. Reproductive issues are congruent. But how is it that your Christian faith or your Catholic faith says that abortion is wrong and that's your held belief, and then you're saying if another woman holds that same belief that she's voting against her best reproductive interests? Make this make sense. Roll the clip.
Evolved on the issue. I am Catholic. That is my faith. I believe that abortion is wrong. For me, there's a separation between state, government, and church. And I do not have the right to tell someone else. However, they are voting against their own self-interest.
What you're saying is a good example.
Stop it. Stop right there. What are you talking about? These are my held beliefs. I believe in the separation of church and state, which means I can't tell other people about how to vote. But you are voting outside of your best interest. You're literally telling them they're voting outside of their best interest. These fake Catholic folks, these fake Christian people are just mind-blowing to me. You're not telling people how to vote. You're giving an opinion on what is in the best interest of a woman. How are you claiming to be a Catholic and you are saying the best interest of the woman is to be able to have abortions, not your Catholic faith, as if the Catholic faith is not operating in the best interest of a woman? Y'all, these people use Catholicism, Christianity as a buffer to give them status in society. Yet they do not believe in the tenets. They don't actually believe what they're saying. It sounds good to say I'm a good Catholic person, and to retain that privilege point, you say I'm against abortion for me. But you don't really believe in Catholicism. You don't really believe that your religion makes any sense. You don't really believe that God has any power, because you're not even willing to challenge and say that I think that this is the right idea for women, period. Although I can't make them, but I think this is the right recourse for action. Now, we already played her actually say that she's completely for abortion all the way across the board. Now, we have another video that we have out of her explaining it a little further. And the only reason I want to put this out there, because I want you guys to hear very clearly her stance. So in a few days or in a few months, if she switch her stance, remember she said this. Roll the clip.
Don't believe in abortion at any time. I don't believe in any exception to it. I don't believe it. No,
even incest.
No, I don't. I don't. And that's considered very radical and for many people. And it's because I'm Catholic and that's my faith. And you know, the justices, there are 6 Catholics on the bench. And there will be 2 Protestants, because the newest Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson is Protestant, and there'll be 1 person of Jewish faith. And so this has always been a very difficult discussion for me. But what is not,
because you're not a Catholic,
is the fact that this is an activist Supreme Court, and they should not be deciding the law based on their faith. And it's just, and even though I agree with Alito on the sanctity of life, and he is clearly against abortion because he's had
well,
this
he's never had to have one, so he can make those kinds of decisions.
None of them have. But the fact that he clearly is using his religion. But I think what was fascinating to me, because I kept the leaked draft, and I started comparing the leaked draft to the current opinion. I will tell you, they are almost identical. They are almost identical.
Okay, I'm done with her. But the bottom line is that nobody's talking about the leaker. That's a federal crime. Okay, but let's get back to what she said. Her faith says this. The Supreme Court people have a certain amount of faith. Their faith should not dictate the law. Well, honey, the Supreme Court justice isn't creating laws. I don't know if you didn't go to school or learn anything about our government. The Supreme Court doesn't create laws. They interpret the law. So there's a law on the book or a law that's not on the book, and they interpret the way that it's disseminated across the board. Abortion was never a law. It was never set in stone. So they are given an opinion, and their opinion is that it's not protected due to the Constitution of the United States of America. They're not saying that you can or cannot have abortions. This is the point that just kills me with people. They're not saying you can or cannot. They're just giving an opinion of whether or not it's constitutionally protected, which means that if every state in the union wanted to completely ban, Supreme Court has nothing to do with that. If every state in the union want to allow you to have it all the way up until birth, it will not change the position of the government. They are only allowing the states to take responsibility for how it operates, not the federal government, because it's not protected in the Constitution of the United States of America. Why can't a person who claims to be Catholic and have a relationship with God, why can't they interpret that? Because these people are not really Catholics. They are not. They are not bold in their stance. They literally flip-flop back and forth. These people are not Christians. These people are not Protestants. You claim you're a Protestant, but you don't know when life starts. That lady said, Ketanji Brown said in her confirmation hearing that she asked him, when does life start? I think Kennedy asked her, when did life start? And she go, I don't know. If you're a Christian, you know. It starts at conception. It's in the Bible. Okay. All right, Sonny's having a bad day. I almost can imagine she's going to have a couple more bad days because there's probably a lot more blunders that she's going to participate in. Y'all hold the phone. I'll see you on the next video.